While I was out fly fishing at my local pond, I noticed that something just wasn't right. Um, I noticed that my fly had come completely off of my fly line. So I picked up the fly and I looked at it, and I noticed that the loop where the hook is didn't have any line on it. So it's like the line had come completely through that little loop and the knot had just slipped. So I wanted to verify that. So I went and I looked at the other end of the line. The leader was okay. The fluorocarbon tippet that I was using was okay. But you can see it's kind of curled up at the end here. That curled up tells me that the knot actually slipped through, and I couldn't figure out why it slipped through. Because not more than, say, 10 minutes ago, I had just caught this nice bass with the same line and the same fly. But then I remembered that I had just posted a video about new fly gear that I was using this year. Previous years, I would have my fly line, a leader, and some regular fishing line, which is monofilament. And when I used that monofilament line, the knot that I tied was the uni knot. And here's an example here of how to tie a uni knot. This is a very basic knot and it works fine in most cases. Um, I don't use the uni knot with any type of braided line. For any type of braided line, I will use the Palomar knot. And here's an example of how to do that here. But the difference between the previous years and this year is that I'm using a fluorocarbon tippet instead of monofilament. And apparently that uni knot slipped using the fluorocarbon. And I also remembered that in past years I had problems with fluorocarbon where I would tie a knot, which was probably that uni knot. I would cast out and my lure would just fly off completely. It would just slip off of there. So I did some reading here on Google, and they suggested that I use the improved clinch knot. And here's an example of how to tie that. So I'm going to tie this improved clinch knot at the end of my tippet instead of that uni knot to see if I can prevent it from slipping. I tied a few sample knots and tested it. It seemed to be okay. So I'm gonna give it a try and see how it works. I hope this tip will help someone else prevent breaking their lines and losing flies. Thanks for watching.